I have a number of teaching strategies, most of which are designed to make sure that students engage with the class. One thing that I do is I try to make sure I know all of the students by name, so I can call on them by name. I think that actually makes a very big difference to how present the students are mentally. I also use a classroom response system called the Plickers system. It's a system where students can hold up cards to answer multiple choice questions. And by scanning the cards with my smartphone, I can present all the students' answers on a screen up at the front. The students can then see in aggregated form what they and their peers have said. And I use this to facilitate a teaching method called peer instruction. Peer instruction is something that's designed to overcome a problem in teaching, which is that teachers who are very familiar with the material often almost forget what it's like to not understand these concepts, and it can cause difficulty in explaining the concepts to students. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll use the response system to ask a question, and then, for example, if I see that the students, half of them think that A is the right answer and half think B is the right answer, I'll ask them to talk to each other in small groups. And then after they do that, when I rescan the cards, I find that all of them now agree on what the answer is. So in those moments, without me doing anything, the students have all learned something just by talking to each other. And I think it's a good way to engage with the class. It's a good way for students that know the answer to reinforce it by teaching it to someone else in the class. And a student who didn't understand something the first time might be able to learn it from talking to someone sitting next to them if they weren't able to learn it from me.
咁我認為用 Plickers 嚟學哲學其實係幫到好多啦，因為大家都知道我哋哲學有好多唔同嘅理論啦，譬如淨係講緊笛卡爾啊，或者係一啲其他嘅理論咧，我哋都係有好多好複雜嘅解釋嘅。咁當我哋要去釐清呢啲解釋嘅時候，如果我哋嘅教授係用緊呢個教學嘅模式咧，咁佢就可以上台嘅時候問我哋一啲譬如 MC 嘅問題啦。咁我哋大家就可以舉起個牌嚟揀我哋心裏面嘅答案喎。咁最好嘅就係咧個答案即時咧就可以顯示翻出嚟啦。咁我哋可以睇下邊一個答案係有最多人揀，邊個就最低啦。咁然之後教授就可以即刻鼓勵翻我哋同隔離嘅朋友一齊去討論啦。
One thing that I like about this system, especially in Hong Kong, is that it's a way for students to interact and answer questions without necessarily having to be the only person speaking in front of all of their peers. I find that sometimes students will be a little bit hesitant to answer a question, but if everyone is answering by holding up the cards, then I can find out what the students really think. And because students are sometimes hesitant to tell me if they don't understand something, this is a good way to check if they understand it without them having to raise their hand and feel embarrassed.
平時舉手答問題，教授可能就問得一兩個，或者係有一兩個可以問到問題啦。咁但係透過 Plickers 咧，咁教授就可以更加掌握到全班嘅理解情況啦。因為大部分嘅同學都會參與喺入面啦。咁就可以令教授可以更加針對性地回答我哋有嘅疑難啦。我覺得English for Communication 或者係 Practical Chinese 呢啲科目都可以用啦，因為其實呢兩科教嘅都係一啲文法上嘅嘢，咁相對地問題可能會少啲啦。咁用 Plickers 就可以增加教授同學生之間嘅互動，令到上堂冇咁悶咯。
咁我就認為佢同樣都會好適合用喺 translation 啦，因為我本身就係一個翻譯系嘅學生啦。咁大家都知道我哋翻譯系有時候譬如讀英譯中嘅時候咧，其實我哋嘅學習方法係比較傳統啦。咁 professor 會俾一張工作紙我哋，咁上面就有一句英文嘅句子啦。然之後喺啲 MC 嘅題目咧就會俾好多唔同嘅中文譯文，咁佢就會要求我哋揀一個最合適同埋譯得最妥當嘅句子。咁但係如果我哋可以用 Plickers 嘅話，就可以即時上堂就回應到 professor， 咁我哋學習嘅方法就會有效率好多。
The Plickers system is really easy to use. I mean, I can literally hand out the cards and in 5 minutes explain how the system works because it's all being demonstrated live to them. So they hold up the cards, I hold up my smartphone app, and the app scans the card. Once it scans it, it sends that information to the Plickers website, and then I have a projector that shows the student, a little square fills in and says, yes, I recorded your answer. So they can see just instantly, he got my card, and then they can put the card down, and I know that the answer's been recorded. even though we haven't had a chance to do kind of peer review research yet, the system is very popular with my students. I find that, well, at the end of my classes, I always give them blank cue cards to write down any questions or feedback. And almost every time I use the Plickers system, I will have at least one student write, "I really enjoy using these cards, let's try to use them more often." So that gives me feedback to let me know that this is a system that at least reaches some students and makes them more enthusiastic about learning in the classroom.